Hello guys, welcome to Africa Gossip Arena. So guys, right about now in this video, I'm going to be talking about the trending rumor right now in Nigeria. Guys, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu have won the Man of the Year award. And guys, do you know that for someone to win the Man of the Year award, that person must have contributed to a growth of a society, either a state or a country. But so far so good guys. What has President Ahmed Bola Tinubu done so far in this country, Nigeria, as a president, ever since he won the 2023 presidential election, that have merited him to win such prestigious award? Because right now, there is a lot of debate and comparison in Arise TV due to the fact that Rufai Oseni and Dr. Abati are in a serious argument about what merited President Ahmed Bola Tinubu to win the Man of the Year award. So keep a look down guys and try to watch this video to the end to see Rufai Oseni and Dr. Abati reaction about President Ahmed Bola Tinubu winning the Man of the Year award. And don't forget guys that subscription to this channel is absolutely free. So if this is your first time of seeing this channel, please kindly do well to hit on the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Also do well by sharing this video to a larger audience and drop your opinion on the comment section.
The national leader of the All Progressives Congress, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has received the Silverbird Extraordinary Man of the Year 2015 award. The event was punctuated with messages to awake the consciousness of Nigerian leaders to their roles in nation building. TVC News correspondent Ola Awakon reports.
According to British scholar and journalist Gilbert Keith Chesterton, the real great man is the man who makes everyone feel great. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu no doubt has made many Nigerians feel great through his invaluable contributions to the growth of the nation, and so he is celebrated as an extraordinary and exemplary man. It is the Silverbird Man of the Year Awards 2015. 20 distinguished Nigerians were honored. The convener of the award ceremony, Senator Ben Murray Bruce, spoke on the essence of the event.
People talk about Roosevelt, people talk about Mandela, but nobody talks about African leaders. We need to stop that. And that's the purpose of this award. Talk about the greatness of Nigerians and to make sure they're in your subconscious and you remember them today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, every day. Your great-grandchildren know them and your great-grandfathers know them. Who can do politics in Nigeria without Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu? The balance of power is with one man. He is a hero of our people. So you recognize him. You say he's a hero. You recognize him. You give him an award so children can read about him, can learn about him. The biggest problem we have in Nigeria is that they don't study them in history.
One of the award recipients, the first civilian governor of Lagos State, Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, was hailed by Asiwaju Bola Tinubu after reminding Nigerians of their role in moving the nation forward.
From all of you, we've drawn from your fountain of knowledge. We thank you for being alive. We'll thank you when you challenge us, particularly Alhaji Lateef Jakonde, the conscience of the progressives.
Others also gave their messages.
I think it will help many persons who are out there to try to do the best that they can for themselves and for their organization, for civilization. Yeah.
Along with other awardees today, I am a recipient of an award, a lifetime award. It's the crowning glory.
It will make all these boys who are trying to lose hope to say, if Baba can be celebrated, if I work hard too, I'll be celebrated.
On behalf of the Silverbird family, I present this award to a great man, an incredible man, a man who has achieved great things in his lifetime.
The high point of the ceremony was when Jagaban was honored with the Silverbird Extraordinary Man of the Year 2015 award. Asiwaju's message was clear.
But we do something fundamental and silly. We do not think it is important to take a picture, black or white, in color, a VHS tape, preserve it, hold on to it, so generations later on can say, you know what? In 1925, I have a picture. In 1972, I have a picture.
Now that you have been elected and a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, don't complain. sponsor a bill that history must be reinstated in our schools.
Guests believed it was honor well deserved.
I think for what he has done for democracy in this country, it deserves whatever recognition any organization, anybody can bestow on him. What do you want to say about democracy that is not there?
People should emulate it. If we have 20 Achiwajus in this country will be better. I mean, east, west, north, and south.
He's a pace setter, he's a pathfinder, he's a man that deserves a lot of celebrations. So I wish him long life.
Jagaban said with the award, he is ready to do even more for the nation.
I feel that it's a great honor, great recognition, but it doesn't come without its attached to the responsibility. Challenge to do much more, to do a lot greater thing for the people of the country. Patriotism is the watchword.
It is believed that by giving special recognition awards to deserving Nigerians, others will be encouraged to contribute selflessly to the development of the nation. Ola Awakon, TVC News, Lagos.
Hearty congratulations to Jagaban there.
President Tinubu talk about many things, but most important, he talk about economy and how we go they manage. And you know, say New Year they come, so we need to know whether as a country, whether this management enjoyment go soon near. So President Tinubu said that the economy, so they teaching us as Nigerians how to they manage. He say he get one of his friend we been they use about how many Rolls Royce motor. Say because of the management now, today him that in friend they use Honda. I say wow, that is great. I thank you, President Tinubu, as you they teach us as Nigerians how to they manage. It shows that we as Nigeria, we are understanding girlfriend. We are overall best in, management and understanding. But the question where the thing come make me the ask be say, if person wey been they use Rolls Royce because of management of economy, not be say he fail for his own business, so now government policy and your leadership make him come go to the use Honda. What about person wey been they use Honda before for this country? What about person wey been they use Keke Marua for in life before? Where that one go? What thing go come they do now? You sure say that one no go don drive for mortuary? You know of na cemetery that one go dey now. Or what about me wey be say, or people like me wey be say na leg with the waka before? Pensioner wey been they use maybe 5 or 10,000 from in pension to buy medicine, treat himself. Students where they go school, parents where they train children, where they feed family and all that. Where they go dey for this economic management where we dey so? And then from the president's speech, was there any hope to say the person go come back from that Honda to go back to in Rolls Royce? Or as we they go, it will be from management pro to management pro max to management ultra. Share the thing know the better ni. And you know, say this issue of management, if for really good, if as government and president they ask us to manage, if the management been they come from the top, say everybody they manage including government, they think for really good. Make it not be like say from the look of things, you they privatize profits, you they socialize losses. So we are the gift that continues giving, while you leaders continue to live in luxury. So make I remind Mr. President of some of the small management where himself don't they manage with us as our leader. As president, as you come from last year, the Mercedes S-Class where other presidents they use, President Tinubu change him they manage this Cadillac Escalade. Now that small one self him they manage. The Falcon 7X presidential jet where been they used before, it don't also change them. Now they use this Jumbo A330 presidential jet. Now that one himself they manage. The office of the First Lady, according to reports, which is not a constitutionally recognized office, according to reports, within the first 3 months of the year, spent more than 700 million on overseas trip. That one she said they managed. Apart from the 1.5 billion that was budgeted to buy SUVs for office of First Lady, not to talk about other members of First Family and all that. And do not forget that the current president also is a former governor of Lagos State who is entitled to life pension that includes routine changing of your vehicles, a house in Lagos and Abuja, overseas medical treatment. He also they manage all that one. For National Assembly, the management no stop them from sharing bulletproof SUV when they come 2023. Apart from their budget, also the judiciary salary, President Tinubu increased them by 300%. They build house for them. I don't know why now executive they take care of judiciary like say now their children instead of having separation of powers. So you can see the management where our leaders they manage. For the budget itself, gone. They never talk about the economy where we did for the budget. They say they don't bring down debt servicing to 68%. But nobody they talk of say within the first 20 months of this government, our debts don't increase from about 87 trillion to more than 134 trillion. In fact, the current 2025 budget where the president don't submit, out of budget of 49.7 trillion, about 15.8 trillion is for debt servicing. The expected, revenue is put at about 34 trillion. Deficit alone is 13 trillion. Imagine running a company with this kind of economic indices. Just imagine. So Nigerians, now we go ask ourselves for how long we want to continue the management, for how long we want to make up for the life of luxury and affluence of the political class. They will live in luxury, then they privatize the losses for us. Election go come 2027. As we enter new year, we must come together and agree what exactly we want as leadership, because the sick and dying body of Nigeria must be handed over to trained medical experts to fix it, instead of to give them to organ harvesters where we say the remaining parts will even be in the function small, they go rather harvest them for their own personal gain. We cannot continue like this. And for those where they threaten you go arrest this one, we talk about government. Even you too, you are a slave in your own country. Because as a citizen, I have the right to demand good government. It is not the job of government to push more people into poverty. The job of leadership is to create prosperity, wealth, peace and justice. And that prosperity must be shared among the citizens, not a handful of people living in wealth while the majority dies in suffering and destitution. Nigerians, we must ask ourselves the question, what exactly do we want as leadership? And do we want to continue to the endure? Eku faradao, eku ironju, eku understanding, emaku management. Now so we go they manage and they go. One day when we tire, all of us go come together and get the leadership that we truly deserve.
Board of Editors are declaring President Bola Ahmed Tinubu Man of the Year. And if you read that piece on the front page of the newspaper, President Tinubu is described as tough, resilient, courageous, audacious, unafraid to take hard decisions. And in the consideration of the editors of this day newspaper, I'm very specific, these day newspapers editors, I've not said Arise News, but their decision is their decision. And what they have said is that, look, this is a leader that has shown that for you to be a leader, you have to take very hard decisions. And what are those hard decisions that, in the estimation of the editors, the president has taken? The removal of fuel subsidy, which was something that was already guaranteed in the Petroleum Industry Act, but which the Buhari administration did not have the courage to do. But here comes President Tinubu and he says, well, we have to take the hard decisions. That's what these day editors are celebrating. Number two, the floating of the naira, which they say has brought stability, within the system. Something that they say also demonstrates courage. Now, three, local government autonomy, which they say President Tinubu, as a former governor, will understand that local governments will have to be given, the opportunity to contribute to governance. Another thing that they talked about there is, the controversial tax reform bill. And they are saying that in the presidential chat that President Tinubu had, he made it clear that the tax reform bill, there will be no going back on it. So these are some of the things that they looked at and they said, well, this is a very courageous leader. Then the commentary on President Tinubu went to another level to talk about introduction of measures to make life easier for Nigerians. An acknowledgement of the hardship in the country, but they say CNG-powered vehicles are being introduced, and also that, on the whole, there's trade surplus, foreign reserves have gone up, and also moribund refineries are now working, and, external reserves, have also been boosted beyond the 40 billion. That is a commentary of the editors of, this day. They also said that on the foreign front, President Tinubu has played a major role in terms of his chairmanship of ECOWAS in stabilizing the West African sub-region. Now, many people will have a problem with the assessment, and there will be many people who will disagree with that assessment. Now, Man of the Year essays, as a man who wrote Man of the Year essays for The Guardian from 1993-94 till 2011, with the exception of 1997 when I was abroad. I understand how this works. So there will be people who will disagree. What the Man of the Year essay is all about is that individual who has impacted society for good or ill in a particular year. But this is the decision of the This Day Board of Editors, and they say that whether you refer to President Tinubu as T-Pain or T-Gain, nobody can question his courage. Nobody can question his deliberateness. Nobody can question his audaciousness. And that, one paragraph in the commentary was saying, well, maybe some of the things could have been more inclusive, there could have been more consultations, there could have been this and that. But that paragraph, which should have been the pith of the commentary, was not developed further. So I don't find the commentary rigorous enough. I don't find it balanced enough. But in terms of their choice, nobody can dictate, what a particular newspaper chooses as, the main impactful, momentous event in a year. So I respect the decision of the This Day Board of Editors. Now to the second issue, President Tinubu also used the occasion today to address Nigerians. Two things that Nigerians must note. Number one is that a president, his job is to always inspire the people, to give hope. And what he did in his presidential address is to give hope. To say that, look, 2025 will be better. And that he, as President Tinubu, is determined to work more, is committed to the assignment that Nigerians have given him. And that, I think, is an important point. He used the opportunity of the speech to talk about his achievements, what he has done with regard to the same issues that this day newspaper celebrates. He says fuel prices have decreased, trade surplus, we have had that. The dollar has stabilized against the naira has stabilized against the dollar. There is growth, he says, in the stock market that has created prosperity and wealth for Nigerians. Where many Nigerians will say, not for all Nigerians, because it's not all Nigerians that operate in the stock market. He recognized the fact that hunger is a problem. He recognized the fact that there are challenges. And what are those some of those challenges that he says he will address? One, he says there's going to be, greater attention paid to food production, food security. He said that there's also going to be a national youth confab in the first quarter of 2025. Many Nigerians have asked for that youth confab. He said that there will be a national credit company that will ensure stability within the financial sector. And he says there will be a national values charter, because we talk about values in this country. I hope that national values charter will start with the leaders at both subnational and national levels. And more importantly, the president says he is asking for cooperation at all levels for Nigerians to be able to achieve their collective interests, and that local government chairmen, state governors need to work with the central government to move this country forward. I like the part of the president's speech about optimism, that look, this country can be better. So he has his job cut out for him in 2025 to make Nigeria better in the interest of all. There will be a lot of skeptics who will come now with sledgehammers, and they will say, oh, we disagree with this day, we disagree with the president. But well, that's part of the democratic process. People can express their views. But the president is right in saying that all of us must come together to move this country forward. And that challenge starts at the individual level. Every individual, even the family. Nigerians must ask themselves, what am I contributing? Because there are many Nigerians just say, we want government to do this, we want government to do that. But the same Nigerians are very difficult human beings, sabotaging their own country, and yet they blame government. So I think that should be an important message for all of us.
Absolutely, Dr. Abati, all very well said. In instances like this, I know most people feel that history should be the best judge of whether a presidency or a leader performed well or not. However, in the process, in the meantime, there's room for discourse. And that's what academia is at the end of the day. Academics are always in discourse in pursuit of a superior argument. Now, if we're talking about superior arguments, of course, everybody has their own leanings and their own nuances. But if you talk about the victory for neoliberal reform, the victory for capitalist and market-friendly reform, then President Bola Tinubu has stood by that. He has stood by that. Now, why has it caused so much discontent? Of course, beyond some of the negative consequences that we've seen, the harsh conditions that have been caused for most living in this country. Yesterday, we spoke about the erosion of the middle class. But when we look at Africa historically, Africa is a continent that was liberated under Marxist and Leninist ideology. Now, what did this ideology teach us? It taught us to move away from capitalist forces, from neoliberal policies, because the assumption was that the hand of the government usually does not do good. The hand of the government takes away from the efficiency of the market, of the economy. Now, when you look at our revolutionary leaders all across Africa, from Kwame Nkrumah to Julius Nyerere, Kenneth Kaunda, you see that they came into power, into independence, very excited about this Marxist-Leninist socialist type of philosophy. But the question is, how did that turn out? A lot of this, unfortunately, did not yield positive results. And this is the issue here. The issue here is based on what one of my favorite thinkers, his name is Frantz Fanon, calls the curse of independence, which is that as we were given independence and the ability and the tools to manage ourselves and the liberation that we fought for so hard, we began to mismanage ourselves. And all of this became associated with the Marxist, Leninist or socialist system. Now, how does this all tie into the conversation about President Tinubu as a man of the year? Well, he's a man who has come and said that he is undoubtedly a man who believes in the free market reforms as prescribed by the Bretton Woods institutions. Now, the question is, do you agree with that position or do you disagree with them? But what you cannot take away from the man is that he has played by the rule book according to those particular reforms. Now, here's in the media chat, it was quoted that he said, you can't keep doing the same thing and expect different outcomes. And truly, that's the situation. The situation is that we've seen the hand of government play, and has it churned out sufficient positive results? Yes, we can debate about different ways, different interventions, and different measures that could have been taken in order for us to find some sort of efficient balance where government can still play its part as support for the welfare state, as support for the vulnerable of the economy, whilst business can flourish. But however, we're in this situation now where all safety nets have been removed. Yes, CNG has been introduced. A number of other policies has been reintroduced. But the fact of the matter is that all safety nets currently have been removed. And that's what neoliberals are celebrating. If you look at headlines from the United States, from the United Kingdom, from the Western states who are extremely bullish about neoliberal policies, President Tinubu is a hero for his reforms. So I bring it back to the conversation that this is a discourse for the pursuit of a superior argument. What I like about the conversations that we're currently having is that it means that we're leaning more towards a politics based on ideology. That means that all things being equal, the next election should be extremely exciting because there should be a greater exchange of ideas as opposed to a personality, a cult of personality dominating the electoral process. Of course, that's also all things being equal. So President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as the man of the year, according to This Day newspaper, a lot of people would agree, based on the foundations of the policies. And if you subscribe to neoliberal and capitalist policies, then certainly you will feel that the reforms that he has put into place are correct, even though they may be painful now, that they were the right thing to do. The discourse, as we pursue a superior argument, other people will bring alternate solutions. So that's where we are. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of course, the list for other this day awards honors, the full list, I believe, will be out tomorrow. But for today, of course, I'm sure we will spend the day dissecting the outcome as President Tinubu as the man of the year.
This is me telling you, between my life and God Almighty, Buhari ni kí n wá ṣe igbákejì o. Onítorí àkọ́kọ́ tó ń jáde, ó ń gbé fún ọ̀kadìgbò, flamboyant, fàájì loving, Catholic, pé wọ́n dìbò fún. Ẹ̀ǹkejì, ó ń gbé fún another Igbo, Umesioke, tó jẹ́ speaker, wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ òun, wọ́n dìbò fún. Ó ní òun rí pé tó ń bá lọ mú Pope wá láti Rome, wọ́n ní dìbò fún. But ìwọ Bọ́lá Tinubu, ó ní gómìnà mẹ́fà, ó tí lose election rí. Gbogbo nǹkan tàdé ń wò ní statistics ńgbà yẹn ó fífọ̀ wá oníkàkú dìjọ rọrùn. Wọ́n ní àti ìdí ibẹ̀ yẹn kó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ ká tó ẹgbẹ́ yìí tán. Ìgbà tá a tó tán tá a mú àwọn PDP wọlé, Sàràkí rí pé àwọn PDP ò ní rí nǹkan kan tí Buhari bá jẹ́ president, èmi náà Muslim, tí n bá jẹ́ vice president, òun ò lè rí senate president ò tún lè jẹ́ Muslim. Mo ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí campaign madaru ni ẹ wá, mo léèyàn tó jẹ́ Christian, màá mú un lẹ̀, ẹgbẹ́ yóò gbọ́dọ̀ fọ́, àdẹ gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́, bí n ṣe mú ẹni tó jọmọ yín sílẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ó tọrọ ọbẹ̀ lẹ́gbọ́n yẹn. Orúkọ mẹ́ta náà ní kí n mú wá. Orúkọ Yẹmí Kàdóso wà number 1. Orúkọ Wálé Ẹdùn wà number 2. Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò ó wà number 3. Mo wá ní ẹni kí n mú orúkọ mẹ́ta wá. Tí n bá mú mẹ́ta wá, mo ṣílẹ̀kùn fólè nìyẹn. Ẹ lè fi kẹrin kún, kẹ wá mú kẹrin yẹn. Ẹyọ kan ni máa fún yín, ẹyọ kan, torí èmi ni fẹ́ sọ̀rẹ́ndà right mi fún yín. Àwọn ulamas tó ń jẹ́ ògbóǹtagì àáfàá mùsùlùmí wọ́n wá bá mi. Aago 2:00 sí 3 a ti parí ọ̀rọ̀ láti dá wọn lóhùn pé ok, a ní ẹyọ kan sẹ́. Buhari fúnra rẹ̀ dẹ̀ fẹsẹ̀ rìn wá, olódà òun gbà kí n fẹ́ ẹyọ kan lẹ̀, kí n ṣe forúkọ Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò sílẹ̀ nìyẹn.